commemoration of the Armenian Genocide. I would like to thank our respected clergy, honorable guests, Armenian youth organizations, and all the people of the Bay Area for being here today on the Mount Davidson. And thank you especially to Norman Yee and Aaron Peskin, representatives who are here. How can someone deny it, teacher? How can someone deny it? Yelled one of my American students as she looked into my eyes with tears after having watched the movie Promise with our class last Friday. She couldn't understand how a group of human beings could commit such kind of atrocities to another group of people. For many of my young American students, the concept of genocide has been new, difficult to hear, unimaginable to comprehend. As I have shared with them the stories of my great-grandmother Zaruhi, who jumped into the Tigris River to save herself from being raped and killed, who left her 6-month-old baby under a tree after being forced by the Ottoman soldier to do so, who began eating grass and drinking mud water to survive her walk in the desert, who jumped from a building to escape her forced marriage to a Turk and ran to Syria, who finally made it to Aleppo at a refugee camp to begin a new life. As I tell these stories, my students look at me with a mix of emotions. How can this be? Yes, the pain of Armenians is a deep wound, a wound that has been left open, especially by the denial. I once attended a lecture by Dr. Shake Kaftarian, a psychologist who specializes in trauma, and she said that trauma is passed down from generation to generation, that we as Armenians all have transgenerational trauma from the stories we grew up with. But she said the way to heal and deal with this trauma is to come together by creating support groups, by dancing, by singing, by reciting our poems and continuing to keep our stories. She said simply by being together and having allies, we can heal emotionally, but slowly. Today here we have with us not only Armenian organizations, but also we have Latino, Pacific Islander, African American, Indian, and Fijian students. These students are not Armenian, but they understand our pain and they see the injustices of this period. And they are here to let us know we are not alone and they will be fighting for our side. Thank you. We also have with us a new generation of young Armenians, a generation that continues to remember the genocide and works actively to preserve it. They train a new generation of American citizens, they run service camps, they lobby in DC to demand justice, they raise money for Gharabagh and Syria, and they always rebuild, renew, and strengthen. Thank you. I would now like to invite those organizations to come forward and present their wreaths. These organizations include Homentmen San Francisco, Ani and Gars chapters, ARS Garin and Erepuni chapters, AGBU YPNC, ACYO, KZV Armenian School, and Society of Orphaned Armenian Relief. Thank you. Please come present your wreaths.